So, In God Wet Rust, I actually have a lot I could say about it, so forgive me. It was the first song I wrote and recorded by myself in about like 2015, 2016. I was in art school at the Art Institute of Atlanta, which turned out to be a scam. But they gave me like a copy of Pro Tools, which I ended up not liking. I ended up using GarageBand to make it, and like a hard drive and a mic, and I don't know, I was playing around in standard tuning, but with the E string tuned to C. And I really liked the resonance on that. I thought it would be fun to just kind of build a long form song around just 3 chords. In 2016, the concept was more to have this first half be this autobiographical. It was narcissism via self-flagellation, where I was saying things about myself, but in kind of a sardonic way. And then the second half would just take a hard detour where I describe vaguely this acid trip I had when I was in 9th grade. It was me and a friend, and we were overnight at this it was a house that was getting built. So it had these concrete slabs behind us. We had fire in the middle of it, and someone had spray painted "In God We Trust," and we were looking at it and we were tripping balls, and we're well, for one, the E was close to the T, so we were what does "In God Wet Rust" mean? And we were losing our minds just saying it, "In God Wet Rust, in God Wet Rust, in God Wet Rust." When the sun came up and we could see it, and we were less tripping on acid, we were oh, "In God We Trust." That acid trip, I kind of blame it for fucking up my life, because my epiphany was drugs are awesome. That was drugs are great. And then I started experimenting with drugs, and I ended up on heroin, and I was kicked out of high school, and I was in and out of jail a lot. It really set me on a bad path. So I wanted to kind of allude to that, and maybe the loose tether between them would be about how you're all fucked up and you make mistakes, and this is who I am, and this is why I'm like this, I guess. But I'm working on a new album called Crisis Acting, and I always loved "In God Wet Rust," and I was I should come back to it. A lot of those old songs, they just didn't have the right treatment. So I went back and I rebuilt it. I changed almost all the lyrics, and I made it, instead of being a song that's about how oh, I'm a piece of shit, blah, 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 I made it more of a song about how yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm so glad that I can play this. It's kind of meta in a sense. I'm sad, but I'm happy that I can tell this story to you. I'm happy that I can sing this song. There's 11 tracks on this album. This was the one that I truly got emotional redoing. When I first built that crescendo, I was damn, we came a long way. I felt I didn't really get traction under my wheels until, honestly, shouts out to Sawyer, our drummer. He's a little bit younger than us. He's pretty embedded in that Georgia Tech, GSU scene. People like Big Yellow, Vice, Now Assembly, and The Little, 15K Guns, rest in peace. Bands like that, playing with them was that was when it really started clicking. They got a sound, this kind of nexus between post-hardcore, alternative rock, shoegazy shit the Zoomers like. My best advice to anyone in a city is find those college kid scenes, because those college kid shows, that was how we really got into playing bigger and bigger shows. And communal networking is very important. You're helping each other get traction. You're all kind of pushing that semi-truck up the hill. 90% of my albums, everything I've made up till this point, is recorded in a bedroom or my computer room. And I mean, I would love to always have access to a studio, always have the crispest, most dynamic sound. But I do really like that I can just I don't know, it's 3 a.m. and I've got this idea, and I can just go to my office and put something out. It's a luxury, honestly. I don't think I would want to record in a super professional way unless it was this. Because I love, rock music means a lot to me, not to sound corny. But this is what rock music is to me. It's a band in a room. And even though most of my albums are recorded by piecemeal, one thing, rock music to me at its core is a band in a room. And so I would always want to, if I'm doing something like this, have a band in a room. So thanks for letting my band come to your room. So.
Yay!
QAnon!